Yeah.
Rebalancing of defense to the Pacific shows Hawaii's strategic importance for the future, and history shows the importance of our military here in the past. Jim Neuman, Navy Region Hawaii historian, is here to tell us more about this. Good morning to you, Jim.
Thank you, Ron.
I love history, and I especially love history of what's happened at Pearl Harbor and Hickam. Some milestones, though, reached recently.
That's correct. Yeah, we're undergoing kind of a time period of milestones in Pearl Harbor's history. Dating back to the turn of the 20th century, when the naval base was being constructed. It actually took a couple decades to build the naval base. 1908, when the money was appropriated for a shipyard in Pearl Harbor. 1919, when the first dry dock was completed, and that's actually when Pearl Harbor was kind of launched as a naval base. But 1913 is an important year because a lot of the buildings in Pearl Harbor were constructed in 1913. So, for instance, we just commemorated the construction of the officers' barracks at the Marine Quarters. Just this past weekend, had a wonderful ceremony over there. So we have a lot of important milestones in 1913 because of the construction of these facilities. And I actually have here with us some items that kind of remember the history of Pearl Harbor. The first thing here is this ribbon. This ribbon is a ribbon that was broken in 1911 when the USS California was the first armored cruiser, the first large warship to enter Pearl Harbor, actually broke this ribbon, and that's a piece of the ribbon. So that's from 1911, the opening of Pearl Harbor.
I'm sorry. Here we go. Everything was turned around for me. There you go. So 1911.
Yeah, so that's over 100 years old, that
wow.
ribbon. The other thing that I have here are some logbooks. So,
and I didn't want to even touch them, Jim.
Yeah, these are very old logbooks. These are actually as old as 1910,
wow.
With some of the diagrams of the base. So this is actually the submarine base when it was first built. That's a diagram of, if you can see it, of one of the wharves that was built at the submarine base. And also levels of Pearl Harbor. This is about 1916. This is Kuahua Island. And then we also have the Honolulu Naval Station. So before there was a base at Pearl Harbor, there was a naval station at Honolulu.
So much history here. And of course, this is Mr. Nimitz. And there's so much significance for this, too, because another milestone.
That's correct. We just commemorated the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II. This statue is of Fleet Admiral Nimitz. Now, this isn't the real thing.
Of course.
I couldn't possibly bring that in. But this is a statuette. Now, if you go over to the USS Missouri, you're going to see the 9-foot bronze statue of Fleet Admiral Nimitz. Because for this commemoration, we actually were able to install this. The Naval Order commissioned to have a statue built. And it's over at the entrance to the Missouri. Just a beautiful statue welcoming visitors into the to see the USS Missouri. And these reoccurring ceremonies that we have are important because, as you talked about the rebalancing to the Pacific, this is our history.
Right.
And the things that we learn from this history, from these commemorations, remind us, moving forward, of our legacy of the defense of freedom in Hawaii and the importance of the military in Hawaii.
Absolutely. You know, several years ago, we talked about the naval shipyard, and there was some discussion whether the shipyard should stay open or not. We need to remember our history so that we can understand how important we are to our future. And this is, that's why I really appreciate you being here today, because a lot of this people don't know about.
That's right.
That these artifacts exist.
And that's what we want to educate the public about, the importance of that history, preserving that history.
Absolutely. Jim, thank you for your service.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it very much, and thanks for being here this morning on Wake Up Today.